Dictation at the speed of 120 words per minute in Hitesh Verma versus State of Uttarakhand. 1, 2, 3, start. Another key ingredient of the provision is insult or intimidation in any place within public view. What is to be regarded as place in public view had come up for consideration before this court in the judgment reported as Swansingh and others versus State through Standing Council and others 2008 8 SCC 435. The court had drawn distinction between the expression public place and in any place within public view. It was held that if an offence is committed outside the building, for example in a lawn outside a house and the lawn can be seen by someone from the road or lane outside the boundary wall, then the lawn would certainly be a place within public view. On the contrary, if the remark is made inside a building but some members of the public are there, not merely relatives or friends, then it would not be an offence since it is not in the public view. The court held as under. It has been alleged in the FIR that Vinod Nagar, the first informant, was insulted by appellants 2 and 3 by calling him a chamar when he stood near the car which was parked at the gate of premises. In our opinion, this was certainly a place within public view. Since the gate of a house is certainly a place within public view, it could have been a different matter had the alleged offence been committed inside a building and also was not in the public view. However, if the offence is committed outside the building, for example in a lawn outside a house and the lawn can be seen by someone from the road or lane outside the boundary wall, the lawn would certainly be a place within the public view. Also, even the remark is made inside a building but some members of the public are there, not merely relatives or friends, then also it would be an offence since it is in the public view. We must therefore not confuse the expression place within public view with the expression public place. A place can be private place but yet within the public view. On the other hand, a public place would ordinarily mean a place which is owned or leased by the government or the municipality or other local body or gaon sabha or an instrumentality of the state, and not by private persons or private bodies. As per the FIR, the allegations of abusing the informant were within the four walls of her building. It is not the case of informant that there was any member of the public, not merely relatives or friends, at the time of incident in the house. Therefore, the basic ingredient that the words were uttered in any place within public view is not made out. In the list of witnesses appended to the charge sheet, certain witnesses are named, but it could not be said that those were the persons present within the four walls of the building. The offence is alleged to have taken place within the four walls of the building. Therefore, in view of the judgment of this court in Swansingh, it cannot be said to be a place within public view as none was said to be present within the four walls of the building as per the FIR and or charge sheet. There is a dispute about the possession of the land, which is the subject matter of civil dispute between the parties as per respondent number 2 herself. Due to dispute, appellant and others were not permitting respondent number 2 to cultivate the land for last 6 months. Since the matter is regarding possession of property pending before the civil court, any dispute arising on account of possession of the said property would not disclose an offence under Act unless the victim is abused, intimidated or harassed only for the reason that she belongs to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. In another judgment reported as Khuman Singh versus State of Madhya Pradesh 2019 SCC Online SC 1104, this court held that in a case for applicability of section 325 of the Act, the fact that the deceased belonged to scheduled caste would not be enough to inflict enhanced punishment. This court held that there was nothing to suggest that the offence was committed by appellant only because the deceased belonged to scheduled caste. The court held as under. As held by the Supreme Court, the offence must be such so as to attract the offence under section 325 of the Act. The offence must have been committed against the person on the ground that such person is a member of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. In the present case, the fact that the deceased was belonging to Khangar scheduled caste is not disputed. There is no evidence to show that the offence was committed only on the ground that the victim was a member of scheduled caste, and therefore the conviction of the appellant accused under section 325 of the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act is not sustainable. Therefore, offence under the Act is not established merely on the fact that the informant is a member of scheduled caste unless there is an intention to humiliate a member of scheduled caste or scheduled tribe for the reason that the victim belongs to such caste. In the present case, the parties are litigating over possession of the land. The allegation of hurling of abuses is against a person who claims title over the property. If such person happens to be a scheduled caste, the offence under section 31R of the Act is not made out. This court in a judgment reported as Dr. Subhash Kashinath Mahajan versus State of Maharashtra and another 2018 6 SCC 454 issued certain directions in respect of investigations required to be conducted under the Act. Stop.